One thing that we've seen a lot of our customers face is just this question of what it means to do production grade LLM serving or inference. And here at Predibase, we like to break it down into sort of these few core components. So to get started, we think that um, there needs to be sort of high reliability, security and privacy, hardware flexibility, fast cold start times, and observability and metrics. But most importantly, there really needs to be blazing fast performance. And what we want to walk you through today is how we achieve this at Predibase and how this is all cornered on our Inference 2.0 engine, which we are very excited to share with you guys, and sort of peel sort of show how this has really unlocked a new level of performance for us. So to jump right in, one of the critical components of having a production grade inference stack is having the right hardware for the job and then auto scaling it correctly so that you are not overpaying. And Predibase works with a variety of cloud providers to secure a variety of GPU types. So what this means is that we have gone out and worked with different vendors and different cloud providers to ensure that there are the right GPUs available for the job. So if you're serving a small model, you can use an A10G that comes at a fraction of a cost to something like an A100 or an H100. And so you're able to utilize the right hardware for your use case. And then the thing that we have built, which is very useful, is intelligent auto scaling. So based on the load that your replica is experiencing, we auto scale the GPUs up and down based on some pre-configured settings that we work with our customers on, but B, on the actual traffic that is going through the LLM to ensure that you are not wasting time on idle resources, and but also are always properly provisioned to be able to best serve your customers effectively. Now, another big problems we've seen our customers face is like auto scaling is great, but if it takes the model 10 minutes to scale up, then what's the point? You know, you might have a 20-minute peak time of the day where you need sort of 10 GPU replicas running at the same time. But if that's not the case, that's not useful. And so we've broken down what goes into contributing to these slow cold start times and have done a very good job at sort of cutting those down. So we broadly think of it as that there being four parts: sort of acquiring the node or getting the right GPU ready, then downloading the container depending on sort of where the GPU is located and how it's been configured. This might take a bit of time, downloading the model weights, and then starting the model. And what we've done is that we have an existing pool of nodes that we keep warm to mean that when you need, that means that when you need a new node, there's it doesn't take 2 to 3 minutes. It's down to 5 seconds because this is already in our pool of available GPUs. We cache our containers very aggressively on disk so that no one pays the download time of the containers, especially with these big containers that are running things like Torch and a lot of these optimized inference frameworks. They can be multiple tens of gigabytes in size, and so this really cuts down on the download speed. And then lastly, sort of we aggressively cache the weights as well, which means that you only pay the cost of starting the model, and that can happen in seconds. It's very, very fast. And so it means that auto scaling is very effective. You're not wasting idle time, and it can really respond to the load and sort of any spiky traffic. Lastly, also, furthermore, it's very important that there is clear observability into your deployment. And this sort of goes back to the question of saying, like, how do I know that my LLM is working? And you want to know sort of the events of the LLM, you want to know the performance of the LLM, and lastly, if something happens, you want to be able to very quickly assess what is going on. And so we've addressed this by providing these in-app histories that allow you to see exactly what is going on with the node and with the deployment. We have also we also provide these in-app metric graphs so that you can very quickly tell if the performance of the LLM is up to what you've expected, but also audit and see how users and your product is using the deployment, and if it's able to service your use case in the way that you need it to. And then lastly, if there's anything going on, you have direct access to the logs of the deployment, so you can go in and see, what is going on, which adapters are being called, and depends on sort of the configurations that you've worked with us on, what you can see there to be able to peel back this layer of abstraction and see exactly what's happening on the machine that's running your LLM.